Welcome to the Ultimate Police Pursuit Countdown. These are the top 10 wildest high-speed chases, captured live from Dashcams and Bodycams. One wrong move can change everything. Let's jump straight into the action.
On April 6, 2023, while patrolling westbound on Interstate 40 at mile marker 135, a trooper observed a white Chevrolet Cruze traveling in the left lane with windows tinted too dark to see through. The vehicle followed a pickup truck too closely and impeded traffic in the left lane. When the trooper activated emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, the Chevrolet Cruze exited at mile marker 132 but failed to stop. After rolling slowly onto Baker Wills Parkway, the vehicle suddenly accelerated, initiating a pursuit.
Mark, we're slow rolling. We're taking the 132 right now. Pull up 1037. We'll make it wheels.
As the suspect in the white Chevrolet Cruze accelerated to evade law enforcement, the trooper quickly closed the distance and executed a pit maneuver. After the successful pit maneuver disabled the suspect's vehicle, the driver exited and fled on foot, attempting to evade capture. Troopers immediately pursued the suspect in a brief foot chase. One trooper deployed a taser, effectively stopping the suspect. The individual was then arrested without further incident and taken into custody. On February 14, 2022, while conducting a routine traffic stop, Trooper Cody Martin heard a pursuit coming in his direction. He quickly got back into his patrol car and joined the chase of a red Ford SUV. Trooper Cody Martin took over the pursuit as the primary unit. The suspect drove recklessly, even colliding with other vehicles, but continued as if nothing had happened. It's important to note that we do not support this kind of behavior. The only lesson to be learned from this clip is the consequences of reckless driving and the importance of making better choices. The trooper executed a single pit maneuver, bringing the pursuit to an end. The suspect was pulled from the truck, arrested, and taken into custody. 25 in Livingston County, Michigan, when deputies joined a pursuit already in progress after Fenton City PD located a stolen vehicle on US 23. What started as a simple traffic stop quickly turned into a dangerous chase through county roads.
Right City, do you have 6? 12, 10. 12, 10, go ahead.
We're ramping off southbound 59.
Clear ramping off the 59, 47, 72. Are you clear direct?
I'm 59 as the exit ramp. Social 55, looks like we're going to be going westbound 59 from 23.
Clear westbound on 59 from 23.
Looks like it's going oncoming traffic.
Clear going into oncoming traffic. 6-8, are you clear direct? Clear one around the 6.
One around the sticks. We're going to be...
The suspect exited at Highland Road, weaving through traffic and narrowly avoiding spike strips set up by deputies. Moments later, as he blew through a stop at the intersection, the very thing deputies were hoping wouldn't happen, did.
See if I can try to initiate a pit.
Clear approaching Golf Club, initiating a pit at 1645.
All right, PI, we got to roll over.
Let me see your hands. No! No! I'm broke out!
You all right? You're all right? Just you in the car? Is this you? All right.
Both vehicles were disabled on impact. Deputies rushed in and took 42-year-old Jeremy Nelson into custody without further incident. The driver of the Silverado, a 66-year-old Howell man, was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Nelson, already on parole, was charged with fleeing and eluding police and receiving and concealing a stolen motor vehicle, held on a $100,000 bond. February 10, 2024, Clayton County units located a stolen vehicle in Riverdale. When deputies attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the suspect immediately fled, sparking a high-speed chase.
Okay, where are you at?
That's a 21. Right now we're on East Fayetteville Road, heading towards Riverdale Road. East Fayetteville Road, heading towards Riverdale Road.
Okay, East Fayetteville towards Riverdale Road. All units, close room.
Light traffic.
There's me.
Southbound going towards Riverdale Road. Southbound on Riverdale Road.
Okay, southbound on Riverdale Road.
It's way 60 right now.
As the pursuit continued, deputies observed the suspect driving recklessly, endangering other motorists. Over the radio, Sheriff Levon Allen of Clayton County issued a direct order to get the vehicle off the road. Despite repeated efforts to stop him, the suspect refused to comply, escalating the intensity of the chase.
On this Radio.
Sheriff, go ahead.
I just want to advise you, we're in pursuit of a 34 vehicle. Right now, we're on Church Street, heading towards Highway 85 in the city of Riverdale. Still light traffic. Speed 60.
Sheriff, when you out there, take the vehicle off the road if you can.
I think it's primary, I'm behind on secondary. Going alongside the roadway, going between cars. Speed's now being 50, 60. Red stop sign.
I'm clear over traffic.
Isaac, get him off the roadway now. Get off the roadway now. Get ready.
I'm clear on the 49.
As the suspect attempted to overtake a vehicle on the right, he briefly lost control, forcing him to slow down. This mistake gave the trooper the perfect opportunity to catch up and execute a precise pit maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle into a ditch. The suspect seemed to consider fleeing on foot, but the trooper had already exited his patrol car and swiftly apprehended him, taking him into custody without further incident. In the quiet Ico area of Grant County, just another routine traffic stop. But when 31-year-old Carlos Smith, who is also national fugitive, hit the gas, it turned into a multi-agency pursuit, stretching across counties. Smith, wanted in multiple states, led troopers on a high-speed chase, pushing over 90 miles per hour.
Shoulder. Got some semis up here. I'm about to run away past the turn lane now.
As the chase progressed, it was clear this wasn't just about speeding. The suspect, desperate to avoid capture, was creating chaos by the second. What made it even more insane, he'd already lost a tire early on, but somehow kept driving like a maniac, completely unpredictable and dangerously out of control.
Back business route. Southbound 167 business.
Just back there, passing Vine Street, still southbound.
Oh, they have the radio. Still driving southbound, 167. Flags are successful. Flags are successful.
Very kind of much on there. At Oklahoma. Green sample. You can park on parking.
The chaos finally ended on Oklahoma Street in Sheridan. With spike strips and coordinated maneuvers, officers boxed him in and brought the pursuit to a close. But it came at a cost. 6 vehicles were damaged, including 3 from Sheridan PD and a city unit. Carlos Smith, already wanted in multiple states, now faces a brand new stack of charges courtesy of the Arkansas State Police. But after the stunt he pulled, he's not going anywhere for a long time. A Ford F-150. Here's a little reality check. They don't make a getaway edition. It all started on January 17, 2023, when a trooper sitting on Interstate 40 clocked a blue F-150 flying past at 90, then 100 miles per hour with no license plate in sight. Not exactly the stealth move the driver probably thought it was. As the trooper closed in, the truck lost control, fishtailing wildly before diving off the highway and into city streets. Things got really messy. The suspect weaved through traffic, hopped curbs, and later even drove through a college campus like he was late for class. The trooper's brakes were smoking, his patience was gone, and the suspect just refused to surrender. Here comes the campus part, and this is where things really start to spiral. The suspect's reckless driving was reaching a whole new level, weaving through streets like he owned them. Let's just say, luckily there weren't many students around at that hour. As the suspect exited the campus and hit the city streets again, the trooper decided enough was enough. This wasn't just a chase anymore, it was a mission. He shifted gears, locked in, and made it clear. This pursuit wouldn't end until the suspect was stopped. When it was all over, the driver, identified as Mr. Holland, was charged with felony fleeing, aggravated assault on law enforcement, driving on a suspended license, and a whole buffet of other charges, including possession of meth and cocaine.
Stand by for pit, north and backward, north and backward.
10-4 north of backlit.
On March 17, 2024, Trooper was alerted to a stolen vehicle traveling on Route 1. After running the Maryland registration, Trooper confirmed the vehicle was actively entered as stolen in NCIC. While on southbound Route 1, a gray sedan failed to stop at a red light. As Trooper made a U-turn, the vehicle accelerated to a high rate of speed on northbound Route 1. Trooper activated emergency equipment, but the vehicle failed to yield and a pursuit ensued.
We're at Franklin Street, slipping a U-turn.
Yes,
Going back southbound Route 1, coming up on 495.
southbound Route 1.
Try to keep him on Route 1 if you can. You just made contact with 1748 again. Force him west. Alright, westbound local.
Westbound local lane.
I flipped the U-turn at Fairhaven and he started eluding before I realized there was someone there. We're getting on westbound now from Route 1. There's light traffic. We're only at 95 right now. We're at 95 trying to roll and roadblock it right now. Alright, we're coming up on Telegraph, center lane. Alright, he just hit 1748 again, for 176 over 6.
10-4 176 over 6.
Coming up on Telegraph.
Coming up.
Left lane.
Troopers were trying to box in the suspect and bring this chase to the safest end possible, but that's no easy task. The suspect was determined to make it as difficult as possible, doing everything he could to evade capture.
Up on Eisenhower, still trying to roll and roadblock him.
Yes,
Still trying to roll and roadblock, speed 70, light traffic, right lane. I don't think he made contact with him. Looks like 1748 is with us if he wants to pin it out. I'm here past Eisenhower right now.
That's an Eisenhower.
Slow it down. Alright, he just ran me off the road. West of Eisenhower, 173 over 8. Light traffic. Coming up on Van Dorn, light traffic, 90 miles an hour, still trying to run the block.
Coming up on Van Dorn.
11, I'm going to try to have spikes at Braddock.
Still coming up on Van Dorn, 75. See if we can try to force him westbound still.
The troopers realized just how dangerous this chase was getting and quickly requested assistance. Another trooper joined the pursuit, but things quickly spiraled out of control. It was clear that this chase had to be stopped before anyone got hurt.
Fairbanks 1 in service, head to state.
Get flags to the bottom of the ramp to the cage. Keep it tight. There we go. Yep. Trying to block it right out here on the on-ramp.
Good job, Region 4.
I just ran a trooper again. He's definitely hit a couple troopers now. Let me pin him out.
Alright, switch we get past the traffic now at the bottom of the ramp. We got two vehicles ahead of us right here.
Yeah, you keep running. So my car's got some pretty good damage. Just door whenever you're ready. You guys work on that. I got the radio coming up on back, looking a mile. Light traffic speed 110.
Stand by for pit, north and backward,
10-4 north of backlit.
And we'll start moving right now. Y'all go ahead, do your job. People just 1050 hard across all lanes.
1050 across all lanes.
The driver, identified as Reggie Phillip White, fled on foot, triggering a foot pursuit. Troopers quickly apprehended him, with assistance from the Fairfax County Police helicopter. The 2 remaining passengers also fled but were caught shortly after. White was placed under arrest and transported to the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center without incident. He faces a long list of charges including grand larceny, auto theft, felony eluding, and multiple counts of felony assault on law enforcement. At 4:25 in the morning, the Gandy Bridge in Pinellas County, quiet waters below, headlights cutting across the span, and one driver who decided the law didn't apply to him. A Florida Highway Patrol trooper clocked a vehicle weaving and speeding across the bridge, and when the lights came on, the driver made his choice to run. The trooper's push sent the car spinning, metal screeching as it came to a violent stop. The vehicle was destroyed and the suspect's run was over. Inside, troopers found not just the driver but his girlfriend. Both were quickly secured and placed in the patrol car. But even in cuffs, the girlfriend tried to slip free from the restraints in one last attempt at defiance.
I'm so sorry, bro. I love you so much. Stop. Give me gifts, please.
I love you. I'm gonna jump over the bridge.
No. Tighten up, bro. Tighten up, baby. Baby, please stop. I swear to God, I'm gonna bond you out, bro. If anything happens, bro, I swear to God, we straight, bro. Just stop. Don't. Bro, do not say anything, bro. We straight, bro. I promise you. Baby, stop. Don't do that. You're gonna get more charges, bro. You gotta go today. Just squeeze.
Great.
Fuck, I just got tighter. Tell me there's something for you. I'm gonna get hurt, bro.
I can't.
Baby, stop.
Even after all the chaos, the suspect and his girlfriend tried one last time to find a way out, but there was nowhere left to run. Both were taken into custody without further incident, and the driver, LaBoy Brandon, now faces charges of fleeing and eluding. The most popular cars for street racing and high-speed getaways, thanks to their powerful engines and aggressive handling. But what happens when one of these muscle cars tries to outrun an Arkansas's state trooper? Well, on June 30th, 2024, Little Rock PD and state troopers found themselves chasing a Charger through city streets. The driver repeatedly blacked out the car, cutting the lights and hitting high speeds to evade capture.
Light traffic speeds 140. I'm at the TBI right here, Tanner. Hey, brake check me. Going northbound Commerce. I'm coming to Wells. I don't know what.
We're in the Ashley parking lot. Ashley parking lot. Where's it going?
Trey, call this area. I'm not familiar with it.
Northbound Marketplace, Highway 5. Speed 75.
East on Highway 5.
He's on highway.
Trey, go ahead and pass me if you can.
The pursuing trooper insisted that another unit take over, knowing he wasn't familiar with the area, but no one else was in position. Then the suspect made a critical mistake, slowing down just enough to let the trooper ram his vehicle at high speed.
I think it was Adam, George Union was the first three. We're coming up on Woody Drive.
TV on. Highway 5 and Woody.
Get out! Show me your hands right now! Get out of the goddamn car! It's clear! Get your hands on your back!
The suspect, identified as Toribio Ruiz, was arrested without further incident. Not only did he end up in handcuffs, but his Charger was left totaled, turning a risky gamble into a complete loss. A white Audi was enjoying a late-night ride and pushing way over the speed limit. What he didn't notice was the patrol car he flew past, and that patrol car just happened to be Trooper Jacob Bird. Bird activated his lights and sirens to conduct a stop. The driver slowed down like he was about to pull over, but he never stopped, and Trooper Bird gave a chase.
Left over, back on the roadway. Light traffic. 115. No line. Taking Scott Hamilton. Scott Hamilton. 75. Straight across. And go on the service road.
As the chase progressed, Trooper Bird closed the distance and deployed a GPS dart, successfully attaching it to the suspect's car. From that point on, he could have backed off and let the system track the suspect down. But Trooper Bird chose to keep going and finish the job himself.
There's one lane on eastbound roadway.
And I have the fire chaser, the GPS. Fast up 440 and fast up 530, so eastbound, 100 miles an hour.
As the chase entered a construction zone, the suspect managed to gain some distance, but Bird quickly closed the gap. That's probably when the suspect realized exactly who he was dealing with, because out of nowhere, he just slowed down.
I'm passing D.
He's on the wrong side of the roadway. Turning left. Turn left. He's coming to the south. We turn left onto West 8th Avenue.
You got it, what you
The suspect was taken out of the vehicle and arrested without incident. Alexander Police Department responded to the scene and took custody of the suspect, transporting him to the Saline County Jail. On January 29, 2025, Trooper Jones with the Florida Highway Patrol observed a black Kia on Main Street approaching the intersection with Wrecker Highway. The vehicle stopped almost completely over the stop bar, then made a right turn onto Wrecker Highway and an immediate left. Trooper Wooten was directly behind. When Trooper Jones activated the emergency lights to stop the vehicle, it accelerated and drove into the oncoming lane, passing another vehicle, and began fleeing the scene.
Recovered, speed 52. Light traffic. No more light traffic.
Two TVI attempts were made, but neither was successful in stopping the suspect, who continued fleeing at high speeds, showing no signs of slowing down.
So we're northbound Lake Howard on page. You left Winter Haven no also that we're near it. I got it. We're on 6th Street Northwest. So we're 6th Street Northwest. Speed's location? I don't know where we're at. Give me a little.
The driver, later identified as Shanice Breon Davis, was arrested just as he attempted to flee on foot. A search of the vehicle revealed a backpack containing 2 loaded handguns, multiple types of narcotics, including those packaged for distribution, a scale with residue, and over $4,200 in cash. Passenger admitted the backpack and its contents were his. Both suspects were arrested. The driver faced charges for fleeing to elude at high speeds, resisting arrest without violence, and driving without a valid license. The passenger was arrested for drug and firearm offenses, and his extensive criminal history, including several warrants, was confirmed. Passenger's active warrants included charges for trafficking fentanyl, cocaine, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and fleeing. On September 2, 2023, in Hillsborough County, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper observed a black Genesis G70 engaged in illegal street racing activities. When the trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver fled, leading to a pursuit.
Looks like a black Infiniti. I'm trying to get close to get a police speed on it. It used to be a American
The suspect was driving recklessly, showing a complete disregard for the safety of other drivers on the road. It's important to note that we do not support this kind of behavior. Instead, we encourage everyone to learn from the mistakes depicted in this clip.
Tag Alpha X-ray 04 Juliet Sierra. Hit! Hit! Put your hands! No! Hands up! No! 60-50, got two at gunpoint. Can I get 94, please?
The trooper successfully stopped the suspect with a single pit maneuver, prompting the suspect to come to a complete stop. The suspect was then arrested and taken into custody without further incident, effectively bringing the chase to an end. On January 8th, 2025, the Olympia Police Department received a flock LPR hit on a vehicle operated by a known drug dealer who was armed with a handgun. Olympia officers followed the suspect down Interstate 5 and requested backup from Thurston County Sheriff's Office, which had over 20 deputies, multiple K-9 units, and several grappler-equipped vehicles on patrol. TCSO attempted a traffic stop, but the driver fled, prompting the pursuit to be authorized.
5-8, I'm going to try to get him around this corner.
Take him now. One for a grapple at Maytown. K9's in the pursuit. Got it on westbound Maytown Road, speed to 56 miles an hour, and heading southbound on Case, light traffic.
Now southbound on Case for Maytown, light traffic, 1849.
16, see if Smokey's up.
Fish on.
If you go bell, let the dog go.
As the suspect took the exit, the pursuit intensified, but in a swift move, the grappler was deployed, successfully immobilizing the suspect and bringing the chase to an end. Thanks to the precision of the technique, no damage was done to the patrol vehicle. What do you think? Should law enforcement use the grappler more often to safely end pursuits? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up!
I got 40!
To your knees! Drop to your knees! Hands on your head!
Watch that guy.
Move in, Wade!
Watch that guy. Watch it.
The suspect was taken into custody. A search of the suspect revealed an empty holster, along with visible drug paraphernalia in the car. A subsequent search warrant yielded narcotics, scales, and baggies inside the vehicle. When asked what he was supposed to do when the police activate their lights, the suspect casually replied, "Hit the gas." It turns out the suspect had multiple warrants, including a felony escape from the Department of Corrections and violations of a domestic violence protection order. He has now been booked into Thurston County Jail on charges of possession of narcotics with intent to deliver, attempting to elude, and his outstanding warrants. In Collier County, Florida, a trooper was monitoring traffic when a vehicle sped past his location, clearly exceeding the posted speed limit. Without hesitation, the trooper activated his lights and sirens, initiating a pursuit as the driver refused to pull over.
Oh, lock the door. Go. Take me out.
The pursuit came to an end when the suspect's vehicle was stopped, and both occupants were taken into custody. The driver, identified as Levi LaShawn Ross Jr., was charged with fleeing or eluding police, driving with a suspended license, and possession of marijuana. 2025, in Washington County, Arkansas, when a trooper sitting stationary on the shoulder of Interstate 49 spots a white SUV flying past at 101 miles per hour in a 70 zone. He flips on the lights to make a simple traffic stop, but the driver isn't slowing down. The trooper left his emergency lights on and followed the vehicle to see if he would pull over. He slowed down but never came to a complete stop, which immediately raised suspicion.
Hyundai SUV, Hyundai Tucson. We're still eastbound on Wagon Wheel, Matthew.
Okay, you want me to 19?
Well, he turned his flashers on, but it's odd because, I mean, we're going a ways down.
Okay, I'm coming.
Southbound on 40th.
Even when the trooper reported that the vehicle had slowed down but still wasn't stopping, the other troopers knew what was coming. And just seconds later, they were right. The suspect made a right turn and fled.
611 will be southbound on 40th. 1037, Matthew. 1037 southbound 40th.
For alternate 1063 on 1637.
Traffic speeds 5. Is it roundabout? Not sort of. What's that ahead of me? Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Stop moving. Show me your hands. Stay right there. On the ground. On the ground. Taser. I'm gonna tase you.
Before the dust settles, the suspect jumps out the passenger side and takes off on foot, but he doesn't make it far. A short chase later, he trips, falls to the ground, and surrenders. The driver is identified as Brent Wright, wanted on a felony warrant out of the Post-Prison Transfer Board. He's treated for minor injuries and taken to Washington County Jail, facing a long list of charges, from felony fleeing to reckless driving and driving on a suspended license. In Atlanta, Georgia, on October 16, 2024, the Atlanta Police Department's Auto Crimes Enforcement Unit joined forces with the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office to track down a suspect involved in an armed robbery. The suspect had allegedly robbed an elderly woman of her cell phone. When officers located the suspect and her vehicle, she refused to comply.
Hands up! Hands up! Keep your hands up! Don't drive away!
Continue on 285. Please continue to give us locations.
Get it, Griff. Get it, Griff. Pit. Put him on your back! Put him on your back! Put him on your back! Let's go! Let's go! Boy. No, I got it. You good.
Officers successfully ended the chase using a pit maneuver, bringing the suspect, 36-year-old Janie Johnson, into custody. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office charged Johnson with armed robbery, yet possession of a firearm, during the commission of a felony, theft by receiving stolen property, and fleeing. 2022, Trooper David Robinson was on routine patrol when a blue Mustang blasted past him, speeding and weaving through traffic like it owned the highway. Before the trooper could even activate his lights, the driver made it clear that he was already running. The trooper pushed his cruiser to 130 miles per hour, but even then, the Mustang kept pulling away. But when the driver took an exit, likely unfamiliar with the area, he turned straight into a dead-end street.
I don't think he realizes it's a dead end. Just hit him at the end of Hardin. Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Anybody else in the car? It's behind your back! Lean forward, put your head on the ground! Do not move, do you understand?
The suspect learned the hard way why you don't run from Arkansas state troopers, especially when you don't know the roads. He was arrested without further incident and with no additional details available. That brings this chase to an end. 2023, when a black Corvette pushes the limits on Arkansas roads, but the joyride doesn't last long. Stationary on patrol, Trooper Caleb spots the sports car flying past and wastes no time jumping into action. For a brief moment, the driver slows down, almost acknowledging the trooper's presence, but it was just a tease.
6'5", 3 Union, 81.
Good. I'm at Circle K here on 271.
Give me 21 when you get the train.
Schneider, Force Med, 1037.
That's 33.
Eastbound on 0, coming up to Old Greenwood.
1040, sound 0.
Traffic. I've still got him inside, so he's going probably 140 by now. I'm at a little over 100.
At the intersection, the Corvette slowed just enough to bait the trooper, then launched like a rocket. In seconds, the sports car was gone, leaving the cruiser in the dust. Blowing through a red light at high speed, the driver nearly caused a serious collision. Despite every effort, the Corvette's speed kept it out of reach. The trooper never got close again, and with public safety at risk, the chase was called off. On July 8, 2023, in Hillsborough County, Florida, Florida Highway Patrol troopers observed an orange Ford Mustang and a white Porsche Panamera racing on Interstate 4, reaching speeds exceeding 120 miles per hour. Troopers initiated a traffic stop on both vehicles, and both cars initially pulled over to the side of the road. However, during the traffic stop, the driver of the Porsche Panamera put the car in drive and fled the scene. Troopers quickly returned to their patrol cars and began pursuing the Porsche. Despite heavy traffic, the suspect continued driving at a dangerously high speed, recklessly weaving through traffic with no regard for the safety of others. His actions made it clear he was willing to do whatever it took to escape. Troopers managed to force the suspect off the road and attempted a pit maneuver, but it was unsuccessful. The suspect quickly regained control of the vehicle and continued fleeing at high speed.
Hey, I'm right in front of him. I'm right in front of him.
After multiple pit attempts, troopers finally brought the suspect to a stop. He was swiftly arrested and taken into custody, bringing this dangerous high-speed chase to an end. Now the question is, what charges should this suspect face? On May 11th, 2023, a Forsyth County Sheriff's officer clocked a driver going 87 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone. The officer turned around, activated emergency lights and sirens, but the driver failed to stop, initiating a pursuit.
Charge is speeding, 87, 45. Going towards Cherokee. Approaching Buffalo View.
The officer executed a pit maneuver at a staggering 140 miles per hour. Truly intense. The 19-year-old driver was arrested on the spot and taken into custody without further incident, bringing the short chase to an end. On December 13, 2024, Trooper Dobbins assisted the Van Buren Police Department with a vehicle that refused to stop. Corporal Arnold had initiated a traffic stop on a gold Chevrolet Malibu. However, the vehicle failed to comply and continued traveling east at speeds of 60 to 70 miles per hour. The driver, later identified as Shumei Zhang, persisted in fleeing as they passed the 8-mile marker on Interstate 40.
Alright, 6 trying to throw behind you. Still one, stranger again, keep doing that. Stranger, you got traffic. Alright, TVI.
TVI, before the scale.
As soon as Trooper Dobbins took primary unit in the pursuit, he swiftly executed a TVI, bringing the suspect vehicle to a stop. With precision, Trooper Dobbins exited his patrol car and apprehended the female suspect, bringing the chase to an end. After the pursuit ended, the suspect, later identified as Zhang, was taken into custody by the Van Buren Police Department. She was then transported to the Crawford County Detention Center. Zhang faces charges of fleeing and improper lane change. This is going to be one of the craziest pursuits you'll ever see. It all went down in Russia when a guy stole a truck with a car carrier trailer. Buckle up, because this pursuit is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. As one driver tried to block the suspect rammed his vehicle, sending him completely off the road, and then continued fleeing like nothing had happened.
Звони мне 3196, открывай огонь на поражение. Подожди, не спеши. Предупредительно, Олежка, пока предупредительно. Пока предупредительно, Олежка. Олежка, предупредительно, пару штук делай. Давай, предупреди. Открываем огонь на поражение, останавливайся, придурок!
One officer opened fire, attempting to deflate one of the tires, but the shot was unsuccessful. As the pursuit continued, more patrol cars joined the chase, intensifying the effort to bring the suspect to a stop. As another patrol car joined the pursuit, one officer opened fire again, this time successfully deflating one of the suspect's tires. That shot would have a huge impact on the chase. After another 10 minutes of high-speed driving down the highway, the suspect lost 2 more tires and finally decided to pull over and surrender. He was arrested and taken into custody.